How's everyone doing? Once again, it's TTG Sports in the building. It's your boy Ray Sean here to deliver TTG Sports edition, episode 2 on what's going on. We're going to jump right into it. But before we do all that, I want y'all to please like, subscribe, share, do all that great stuff on my page and everything. We're just going to start right here. Earlier this week, I had made a post on my Facebook page and everything, and it kind of rubbed some of with this certain AAU program the wrong way. What this program did was they divided 3 AAU teams up. And there's nothing wrong if you're trying to get those kids exposed. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm pretty sure in the dividing of those 3 AAU teams, there were kids left out. There were kids that could have been somewhere else playing in other events or didn't get a chance to go to the event. But you would think if these people were splitting 3 teams up, the next time that they go play, that they're going for war. Like they're going for blood. So, those who don't know, AAU is broke down into brackets. Basically, when you call for an event, they ask you what type of team you have. And you'll be like, well, my team's not that good. I just want to get my kids some runs and things like that. And so, I just want to get them some runs. So, there's a bracket for teams like that. You know, 4 teams who there's brackets for teams like that. Teams who aren't that good and things like that. But that bracket is just for those type of teams. But if you break up 3 AAU teams and to form 1 AAU team, that when you go to a tournament, you want to play the best of the best. See, this is where they're helping me out on what I'm doing. People like Eric Vaughn that commented on my post when I said something. See, they get here, they would have came from that event having everybody in Mississippi fooled if really wasn't nobody paying attention. Because they out here trying to win tournaments instead of more get the kids into going to school, if you let me see it. He said that I'm fighting demons and I got so much hate in my heart and things like that. So it's obvious to see that when y'all are talking about me or disagreeing with how I do things, it's not a problem with y'all opening our mouth about me. As soon as I express a dislike of something that y'all may be doing, there's a problem. I don't get it. But you're supposed to be a pastor, so you're supposed to be able to see things at least a million different ways. But I also think that's a front, but that's a story for another day. So for you to sit up here and tell me that I need to be ordained by God, what do you know about me? Because I've kept it strictly basketball. I haven't said anything about you up until this point until I replied on that post of you out the way. I've kept it strictly basketball. But here you go telling me I need to be ordained. Got your cheerleaders coming in, joining in, and what you got going on. Okay, I'm going to get back to Eric Vaughn, but this is what I want to say. Like, around here, like in the DeSoto County area, to some people I may be okay. To some people I may be a messed up ass person. But it's not, I'm a messed up person to them because they know me. A lot of y'all got a perception of me because of what you hear about me or because I may not agree with this person at the right time. Because I recall there's a person that keeps trying to poke the bear on my page. I recall a person, her kid that already graduated last year from D.C. at Cahoma County. But I also remember it was a time before all this because If it's not basketball, I don't understand why you upset at me. Because if it is basketball, why are you so that upset with me on my opinion? I remember when the kid that graduated from DC last year was in the 9th grade and they was coming over there to Olive Branch when I was refereeing games. The mama of that person that's trying to poke the bear right now was always talking to me, encourage them, tell them what they doing wrong and things like that. Knowing my whole aspect is to help kids anyway. But as soon, even when that coach got there, even when Coach Petty got there, when you was talking about her and everything, talking about just work with her, bear with her and things like that, I was there, like mentally there for y'all. But you sit up here and turn just because I may say that your kid may not be, or you may think that I said your kid may not be as better than this kid, so now I'm the most hatefulest person in the world. When I've never in my life said nothing bad about your kid. Only thing that I said is that if we're talking about this kid, why shouldn't we be talking about that kid? But you're still trying to find a way to have a disagreement with me because just on the fact that I didn't agree with the rankings of what somebody else did, but now y'all had a problem with me on what I'm doing when I'm trying to set tiers up for kids and I'm classifying kids on what they need to be. It's a problem. It's a problem. I don't get it. It was a time when that woman was all in my face when it pertains to basketball. So what other reason does she have to be mad at me? Just riding somebody else's coattail or going with the wind? Because I ain't never said nothing bad about nan kid. Just because I may not agree with their game, it's okay to critique. There's a thin line between hating and critiquing. Criticism. We got to stop being so soft. And it kind of like threw me off for a loop because that's why I really never responded. But you have no reason. You can't even tell nobody why you don't like me. But I run my mouth too much. I cheer for the wrong team when they're playing your child. That's why you don't like me. I bet you if I was cheering for y'all, it wouldn't be a damn problem. So one thing I want to let that woman know is that, can you please stop poking the bear? Because I don't have a problem with you. Truly, I don't. But everything that I said came to fruition. Meaning that y'all just insisted on believing that that kid was a D1 player. But I told y'all that she wasn't. And where did she end up going? JUCO. Nothing wrong with JUCO. Because she has D1 potential, just didn't have the whole D1 talent package at the time. And I hope, which I know she's at Kahoma, I hope that she flourishes and becomes the greatest version of her in the game of basketball that it is. So don't never think that I got a problem with you or your kid. This other friendia, Jay, or whoever you are, woman, I don't even know you. I don't know you. I've never spoken to you. So what is your beef with me? Because I may say something about the program that your child is in. I mean, that means for you to come to the rescue. I mean, what is it? Like, is there something going on? Like, is there something deeper than just that program with you in that program? Can you please elaborate on it? Because honestly, I think your kid is a good kid too. But I also believe in giving them their true evaluation. She is another one that has the potential to go D1. But the talent level and skill level hasn't reached it yet. So JUCO will be her best option. So I'm wrong for saying that. How? What we're doing is, when y'all sit up here and have kids feeling like they're here, when all of them are right here, it causes a distraction on what really should go on. Like, it should be no reason that JUCOs in Mississippi should have to sit up here and wait on kids for kids to realize that they not gonna get a call from a big time D1 when it's your damn senior year. If you ain't got no scholarship going into your senior year, or you looking for a certain scholarship going into your senior year, if you ain't got it going into your senior year, you're not going to get it. So whatever your name is, Frida J or whatnot, man, whatever I did, I don't know what I did to you because I don't know you, woman. But just like y'all can say y'all can sit up here and want to say something about me, come on now. Let's keep it basketball. Let's keep it basketball. Please, let's keep it basketball. Because all I'm doing is saying something about basketball and y'all don't like it. But y'all done grew to be like I'm just the most hateful person in the world. I don't know you, woman. Period. I think your child has an excellent motor. Has some things that you really can't teach. But the report of her being able to do some things, like, we need to stop. Now we need to work on these things. There's another lady, Ashley, come on, bro. We from the same hometown. From the same hometown. I'm going to need you to leave me alone. Because that's your last time trying to poke the bear. Because basketball wasn't your first love. And you don't want to go there with me. You do not want to go there with me. So what I want y'all to do is allow me to do what I'm going to do. And then if you don't like it at the end of the day, critique me, criticize me. I don't care. But don't try to draw other people to hate me that don't know me, that you want to give an opportunity to get to know me, to try to make yourself feel good and validate yourself. Because I honestly feel like y'all parents that really don't like me are trying to use me as an excuse for your shortcoming of your parents. You done hurt your child so bad and neglected them so bad in so many other ways outside of basketball. You're using me as an excuse to throw you off from what you're doing. But I ain't gonna allow you to do it. That's your problem. There's some things you gotta learn how to deal with. Leadership, whatever your name is, Friendia J, or whatever you say, that this is another thing. You've been a part of this program for 3-4 years. In my eyes, your child has matured, but hasn't gotten really better at the skill of the game of basketball. The intangible that she was bringing in the 9th grade, she's bringing those same intangibles and haven't brought too much more, in my opinion. But you've been with this person this whole time, and you mean to tell me, and you tell me they helping kids, but you traveling all around the world, paying all this money. Well, I don't know if you paying. But supposed to be paying all this money, going all around the world, you know what I'm saying, playing. But who do you get an offer from? You want her to be this big-time D1 player, but who has she got an offer from? A couple of JUCOs and a charity offer from Valley State last year from Eric Vaughn. He done offered the whole damn state like they finna make a move, and they out there offering partial scholarships, ain't even offering no full rides. But I'm wrong for saying your child JUCO, but the only person that done offered, really truly offered your kid are JUCOs. So where am I wrong at? Huh? You need to be mad at your program director. Because if I'm with somebody 4 years and we're traveling around the country playing basketball, and they're supposedly, if you get to Mississippi and hear them talk, you'll think that they don't belong here. You best believe that I'm gonna find a way to get out of Mississippi, but her best route is gonna be to stay in Mississippi. There's nothing wrong with that. The kid has a skill set that can take her to the next level, but she still has to work on her game. Is it anything with me saying that kids need to work on their game? Parents need to stop being so sensitive when people are critiquing games and everything, because of the fact that at the end of the day, what I say either should motivate you or make you realize that maybe he's right. Because at the end of the day, all them yes people in your face, when your high school career is over with and you go JUCO or whoever, all that stuff gonna flourish away. It's gonna fade away. So stop making our JUCO coaches, our D1 coaches in our state work so hard when you're looking for something that's really not there. When a coach done provided for something you that's really not there. And leadership. Honestly, I don't see true leadership in your child. Her team was playing in June. The week before she was at Ole Miss camp. Everything is cool. But when her team is playing in June, she ain't even playing with them. But soon as July start, she's playing. So what is that saying? Her AAU program is more important than her high school? But if any school is looking at her, where are they going to see her at the last time they play? With her high school. Think, people. Quit thinking that you're bigger than what it is. Because it's not. This whole state of Mississippi has to do a reval on how we really rank or tier or however people want to do things with kids. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to you telling this kid that she's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or whatever, whatnot, you have to really go deep into that, because it takes a lot, especially at a young age, for a kid to hold up to that. Y'all don't think with y'all line having these kids, they thinking they should go D1, UConn, South Carolina, then toward the end of their senior year, they end up having to go JUCO. Y'all don't think that do nothing to their depression state of life? Y'all don't think that? Y'all don't think that these coaches, some coaches haven't gotten fired because you said, take my word? Then once the kid get up there, they're homesick. But that was just something I wanted to address right quick from my Facebook page. But back to this team, this program that split up. Hold up. Shout out to Mark Hearn. One thing I can say at the end of the day, from the looks of it, this man and his program ain't gonna run from nothing. Everybody else is trying to find a way to sneak in and win the trophy. And to me, that sounds like they're doing it for themselves. And now, when this man is putting his kid in the elite bracket, win or lose, his kids are getting seen by the top coaches in the country, regardless of the fact of the outcome of the score of the game. But you take 3 AAU teams and split them up and take them to a Brown Baptist Church League and put them in the bracket of a Brown Baptist Church League. You put one D1, it was one D1 player on that team, in my eyesight, which was India born. Every other player is capable and has the ability to play at the next level. They have D1 potential, but not the D1 talent at the time right now. So I consider all of them JUCO D2s, which some of them have gotten JUCOs and D2 offers since then. So what I'm saying is not a lie. But I felt like you shortchanged India by taking her to a cupcake division. Just my opinion. I feel like the kid has not got the attention that she deserved. And it's not due to I don't think it's due to no AAU team or things like that. It was just due to people just catching on to the ride late because they was ignoring somebody because maybe at the time she wouldn't play for them and things like that. But India is arguably top 3 in this state. Top 3. We don't have too many kids that can go D1 in this state this year, in my opinion. I think we are flooded with JUCOs, and we need to explain that to our kids and have them and mentally break that down to these kids, because a lot of these kids looking for offers that it will never come. That will never come. So, with that being said, back to EV. The man just told me I need to keep his name out of my mouth and everything. Like, where did it get to that point when it came to basketball? Because you sitting up here telling me I need to be ordained and I need this, I need that. I wonder, do we serve the same God? Because I don't think the God that you're telling me about likes the way that you're coming at me, telling me that I'm a demon, telling me that I have hatred just because I may critique or criticize something that's going on. You should be willing to forgive if that was the case and come at me a better way. But you came at me like you a gangster. But don't tell me what I should do when I ain't did nothing but talk basketball. I ain't did nothing but talk basketball. This is therapy for me. That's a job for you. This is how I relieve. This is where I find peace at. It's basketball. This is something that y'all are trying to profit off of. This is something that I pay attention to and I love with all my heart. So when I see jokers like y'all disrespecting what's going on to this game, you doggone right I'm going to say something. Because you ain't helping everybody. You lying to these kids just to have them come JUCO in their state. It's a dude named Phil Morrison. This man made a great point. This man said, training is like studying for a test. And the AAU games and seasons and scrimmages is the test. You study more than you test. You study more, you test less. For what y'all did taking them folks to a church league, y'all could have spent more time training these kids and having them develop, and they would have got more out of you individually training them over that weekend that you waste taking them to the Brown Baptist Church League. They could have learned more in those hours of gas that y'all done wasted going way up there to come back to have your kids go to school way down here in their own state. It makes no doggone sense. It makes no sense at all. So, where's that hate coming from? I say something, y'all ain't got to respond to what I say. Y'all ain't got to come on my page. So what is it about y'all and me? This is basketball. And right now, with what I'm trying to do and the foundation that I'm trying to set with the sports program that I'm trying to do, which I'm not trying to create no team. I'm just trying to set an outlet and a true outlet for coaches in this state so they can have a true evaluation, or even coaches out of this state that I may know for some kids that do deserve to lead this state. But a majority of what's going on right now, our kids need to stay home and work on their game. But y'all mad at me for saying that. You mad at me for saying that. You go up there and barely break a sweat in the tournament and you want to come back and ride a high horse like these kids are all world. Man, please. I want you to go to watch them run for the Roses ESPN games. And you tell me that team that won that bracket wouldn't have been able to compete with nan one of those teams. Nan one of them. Nan one of them. But when they get back to Mississippi, shit, they number 1, number 2, number 3, ESPN, coach. And another thing, EV, since you're the advisor of that program, stop calling coaches and telling them they need to go on and sign this kid before they lose out. Can't make nobody sign no kid. Because if any kid is good enough, I don't care what AAU team they on. a college coach is going to find them. So all that yapping and calling coaches talking about, we coaches stay on the phone, calling these college coaches trying to just get them to offer one kid. Why you got to give them the offer if they already supposed to be talented? No, you trying to profit something, my guy. And thinking don't nobody know it. Y'all are full of it. Y'all are full of it. Charging these kids all this damn money and ain't made them better. I want you to name one kid that you done made better before they touched your program. Before they done touched that program. You haven't. Because you got one kid right now that you done had 4 years and is still doing the same thing. But y'all mad at me for pointing this out, but you can sit up here and want to talk about other college coaches when they don't want to speak to your ass at an event. Ain't nobody got time to speak to you. Hell, them folks there to find them some players. They ain't there to enjoy no conversation with you. I just really get sick of y'all sitting up here trying to use me as an excuse for y'all shortcomings. I don't see you saying that to the other AAU teams when they sitting up there talking about y'all going to this cupcake ass league. But soon as Ray Sean say something, you hear y'all go with y'all soup coolers and doggone whistleblowers and just can't just stop running your mouth about me. Group texts about me. Goddamn YouTube shows about me. So I'm going to give y'all ass what you want. And it's me, right? But what I'm trying to do for these kids in this state, bro, when I sit up here and give my tears and everything for every kid that I'm going to personally evaluate myself and not sit up here and not evaluate them because they ain't playing for me, because I ain't got no team. Y'all done sat up here and left kids out because they don't want to even play for y'all. So who in the hell want to listen to you when you sitting up here neglecting talent because they won't sit up there and listen to your evaluation when you sitting up here won't even rank kids or evaluate kids because they won't even, or you assure them just because they won't play with your program. I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, what I am trying to do is to provide a service to keep these kids humble and grounded. To keep these kids humble and grounded. Because a lot of them get left out that shouldn't be left out. A lot of them are left out because they mama may be cool with Eddie Young and Cord and Evie and all that, and Ashley and all that stuff. And a lot of kids are getting left out. We have to do better with putting leaders in front of our kids and stop falling for the okie doke. Stop falling for the okie doke. And if you can't tell that these folks are trying to manipulate a way to try to make their brand look good and not doing it for the kids, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to furthermore do my research and do everything that I have to do to prove y'all wrong and let y'all know what's going on, because I have no problem with no kid in your program. I will be evaluating those kids myself. It may not read what y'all say, but I have my own perspective, and college coaches will be able to see it from my version, which I'm going to give them the good, the bad, and the ugly, and stop giving them just the good. Because you ain't sitting up here telling these folks when you say this person had 9 points, 9 rebounds, on how bad they attitude, man. You think a college coach going to deal with that attitude? They'll send that person home without a blink of an eye. Without a blink of an eye. They will send that person home. But it's a lot of things that y'all don't say. You say, can't nobody stand in front of this girl. What's the flaws? I ain't got to stand in front of her if she can't shoot. What's the problem? We have to give true evaluations to these kids. Our kids have to learn to accept evaluating, criticism, and what comes with the territory of playing this game, our kids have to learn to respect it and learn to that how this shit's gonna work. Because when you get to college, these coaches, you thinking these coaches calling you, oh, I want you, can you please come? Hi, this is College of Colgate, zestfully clean, we want you. You think once you get on that campus, they care about that good ass, cute ass conversation that they had with y'all? It's a business. And ain't nan college coach gonna lose their job over no kid or no damn friendship that they got with nobody and y'all trying to strong arm somebody. Ain't nan kid gonna be put before a coach and her job and her family. So, one thing I want to let y'all know, if I say something you don't like, it can't be about nothing but basketball, because I don't talk to you people outside of basketball. So that's why I don't get the understanding of what's the problem. Just because I cheer for this team that y'all can't beat, I'm the villain. You ain't mad at them for beating your ass. You want to develop friendships and shit like that, but you want to take all your anger out on me because you'll go your whole high school career and you can't beat these folks. That ain't my fault. Small message to Coach Petty. I don't dislike you. Don't have a problem with you. And I truly don't understand why you have a problem with me, because trash talking and heckling, I think it comes with the game. Just like when your first game of your high school career, when you played Horn Lake, when it wasn't too many people in the gym, and you was cussing and fussing and yelling at these kids, snatching them up, talking to them crazy. Coach Petty, I want you to realize, and I want you to be honest with yourself and ask them, who's the person that asked Coach Thompson's wife, which was the head coach at the time, I was rooting for you and still is, and said, Coach, can you go talk to her right quick? Because I don't think she understands what's going on around here. Them folks at DC will get her out quick. I want you to say that I'm telling a lie, that me, Coach Thompson's wife, in her office wasn't talking to you. And you was in tears because you didn't understand what we were saying neither. But I was there for you. I'm still there for you. But if I'm somewhere and I'm cheering for this team, that's who I'm going to cheer for. I have no beef with you. I have no beef with you. I have no beef with nobody, really. Folks just don't like me because I'm very opinionated. But you remember that I was that same person that had enough sense to understand that we need more black coaches around here. You know, we need more positive people around here. And I ain't want you to lose your job from your first game of coaching. And if I'm lying, man, I ain't got nothing else to say. But you know I'm telling the truth. I tried to help you. I tried to help you. I didn't do nothing but try to help you. Just because I'm cheering for a team that you can't beat, don't let me be your enemy. Because your beef is not with me. It's not with me. It's not. But to everyone that changed the subject, to everyone that had a good week this week, AAU week, got phone calls or whatever you can get, because I don't know if it's still the live period or what. I haven't just looked into that part of what's going on and things like that. But congratulations to those folks from the Mississippi All-In that have got their offers when they get back. That's what's the job. That's what's it all about. but your offers are in state. So just imagine all the gas money you would have saved from going way up there, staying 4 days, and stayed at home, worked on those 4 days, worked on your game to the max for those 4 days. We have to understand, if we're going to consider ourselves a leader and have shows saying this kid is that, this kid is this kid can do this, this kid can do that, we have to be willing to put in the work. Because I want you to show me a kid, because it ain't many that's working out 3-4 times a day. Because in those other states, those other programs, the New Jerseys and the Georgias, those schools are working 3-4 times a day, putting in a constant grind. Not just yapping, yap. We got this. If that's the case, you should never lose. If you got all these, the way y'all hype kids up, if you got all this, you should never lose ever. Never. But y'all saying y'all helping kids, but the majority of your kids will go to school in state. And you don't need no damn help to go school in state. AAU solely for me, I think, is, you can look at it 2 different ways. You can look at it, I'm just trying to get some runs just to stay active during the summer. Or I'm trying to go out of state. I don't want to go to school in Mississippi. And the way they talk, they be trying to make the world recruit them, so they want their kids to leave, but 90% of them gotta stay in state. Stop making these JUCO coaches wait till the last minute, and then when you got 5 JUCOs and 4 of them that said, I ain't waiting on your ass no more, and you want to go to them, and you have to settle for a JUCO you don't want to, and your ass back at home after the first semester or the first season. It ain't nobody's fault but your damn AAU coach, your parents, and everything like that, because at the end of the day, you can't think you more than what nobody else is. You can't think that you're bigger than this game. Y'all are not doing nothing in this state that has never been done before. EV and Eddie Young don't even know nothing, don't even know the history of Mississippi when it comes to girls basketball. They not even from here. But we letting them dictate the future of our kids with their voice. Well, I be... Ooh. How? How do y'all do that? How? Y'all are horrible. We have to do better in finding better leaders for our kids. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. Like I said, episode 3 coming soon. Just don't know when it's gonna be. But shout out to all the kids that have received the offer. Shout out to every kid that's working on their game. Shout out to every kid that feels like their day is coming. Because at the end of the day, slow money don't make no money. And I ain't trying to make no profit off of nothing. But when I say slow money don't make no money, all of y'all are doing this to get scholarships. You can't half-ass and get no scholarships, because that scholarship money is there for you. It's there for you. But slow money don't make no money. You have to put in the work to receive those type of benefits that you want. And there's nothing wrong with going JUCO. Period. So until then, but remember, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff on my page. But until then, until you see me again, just know, TTG will be in a gym near you when the season come up, evaluating all Mississippi kids across the great state of Mississippi. No other state will I evaluate, because I'm not worried about the world. I'm more concerned about this state. So if there's any coaches that feel like their kid is not getting the proper evaluation or the proper notice, I will make sure that I will do my due diligence to try to help you to achieve that services. And what I would like to start doing, even though it's a down period, some of these coaches, I'm going to reach out to see if I can just personally work out come to y'all school personally, work out a kid and give an evaluation, or I'll just wait till the season starts and just go around doing it like that. But I'm pretty sure I can get a couple of coaches that may let me work out some kids just to see that I've never seen before and things like that. But just know, TTG will be in a gym near you. So you better bring your A game, because at the end of the day, if you're not trained to go, ain't no need of me putting you on this show. See you later.